Welcome to Blogcast episode number 16. This is going to be a demonstration of the skills and ideas portrayed in a blog I wrote on January 25th, 2022, about how to support English learners and quickly translate PDF files with Google Docs. Back in the day, when you tried to open a PDF in Google Docs to try to use the OCR technology to get the text and make it editable, it was very wonky. Wasn't very accurate. A lot of the stylistic qualities really got lost in the conversion process. It is much better now, as long as your PDF isn't kind of too overly complicated when it comes to the formatting. So most of it will come through, and you can have some text that is very easy to manage and manipulate. So a lot of times we have these great documents that we want to use that are on PDFs, but they're in a PDF are stuck in English, and we want to get them into another language to support your English learners. So here, let's go and take a look at this process. So I'm going to go and open up this one right here. This is a primary source from a high school history class. And if I go here to open with, we're going to come here to Google Docs. We're going to open it up here. And for the most part, it's going to, this is not a very complicated document here as far as the formatting here. So for the most part, it's able to, a few things here that you may have to, like this indentation here. I can go in there just real quickly and look through and find some mistakes there that I can easily fix. For the most part, it's pretty it's pretty it's pretty straightforward. So now that I have it here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and select all the text here. I'm going to make sure that all the text is the same font color, the same font style there, and that's going to make it easier when it comes to the conversion. So now that I have that part done, I'm going to come here, and a lot of people forget this is built into Google Docs. Translate's built into Docs. I like to say it's hiding in plain sight here. So you come here to Tools, and we're going to go to Translate Document. Well, this is going to create a whole new copy of the document in the language of my choice. So in this case, where I work, Spanish is the language that I'm gonna need. So I'll retitle this one here, and I'm gonna come down. There's tons of languages that you can choose from. I'm gonna choose Spanish, and for the most part, it's a much more Google Doc. I'm sorry, Google Translate's a lot more accurate than it used to be. If you're not really proficient in the grammar of another language, you might want to have it checked. But for the most part, it's if you don't have that background with that language, it's going to at least make the document accessible. There may be some issues with the translation that aren't 100% perfect, but it's still better than not having a Spanish version. And for the most part, it's relatively accurate. Again, if you want to have someone check it, that's probably always a good idea. But if you don't have someone, you're for the most part, you're going to have access to the document for those students, and they should be able to work with it. So what I like to do here is come up here to my tools, go to spelling and grammar. Again, my grammar is not great with Spanish, so I'm going to trust Google's tools a little bit better here. And I'm going to go through and just accept all the suggested changes here. Make my life a lot easier. All right, so the document looks good. This, for the most part, is going to be better than what I could do on my own. Again, like I always say, it's always good to have someone go check it. If you have someone available to you who is good with that language. But for the most part, we have a workable document here in Spanish. And if I want to keep it in PDF format, let's say I want to have them do some kind of a text marking activity using Cami, I'm going to come here back to File, go to Download, PDF document. All right, it's download to my computer. And I'm going to come back here to my drive. I'm going to drag that new document here, and I'm going to get rid of the Google Docs one so I don't need that anymore. So now I have here, so lesson 4.2, if this one's in English, and if it's in Spanish, it will say Espanol next to it. So that quickly, I'm able to put an English language PDF file to a different language to help support my English learners.